Yo, 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 and we live. Man, my name is Dennis Smith, and this is the alternate timeline. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We have a lot of news to go over today, a lot of things that came out last night and this morning. Like I said, man, like I always say, and I will continue to say, it's a great time to be a nerd. So much content coming out. Apparently, it's National Streaming Day. I didn't know that. I think that's more of a different kind of streaming, but I'm gonna take it as this kind of streaming. So here I am doing a stream. I'm going to try to breeze through a lot of this news, and if you happen to find something interesting and want to leave a comment down below, please do so. Or hit me up on social media. I'm always willing to talk with people and discuss these things. And you never know. Sometimes I might bring it back, bring the discussion to one of these streams. Uh, because like I always say, it's important to me for people to have a voice and get their voice out there as well. So that's important to this channel. But hit me up on Twitter and IG. The handle is underscore. Don't forget that underscore alternate time. It is not the alternate timeline. It's not alternate timeline like what the channel's name is, but underscore alternate time on Twitter and IG. You should be able to find me there. But yeah, that's it. And let's jump right into things. Let's get it. Yeah. So, like I said, we have a lot to go over. I'm just trying to pull everything up. Maybe get a little music going in the background. I don't like just hearing nothing but my voice. So let's get a little beat going. Little beat going. Excuse me. I still have the sniffles. I'm still a little under the weather, but we all good. All right, so I'm going to go over some things about the Kenobi show. I have some fears with the Kenobi show that I want to go over. I've got some spoilery things about the show that I know of. Again, it's rumor stuff, so take it with a grain of salt. But apparently, it is pretty accurate stuff. So we'll see about that. But I'm going to go over it near the end. Just in that case, people want to drop out and don't want to be spoiled anything, they can drop out of the video. So I'll wait till the end to go over the Kenobi stuff. First bit of news, I want to talk about Stranger Things. Stranger Things. Netflix Stranger Things is releasing 7 episodes. So this can be volume 1 and volume 2. They're breaking it up into, so it's 9 episodes total. Volume 1 will be 7 episodes. Volume 2 will be 8 and 9. And apparently some people have watched 7 episodes already. Some of the scoopers out there. And the final 2 episodes will release July 1st. So yeah, May 27th, the first 7, and then July 1st will be the final 2 episodes. And from what I'm hearing, they are very long, which I don't mind at all. That's cool with me. Every episode being like a movie, that's cool with me. And so from one of the big scoopers out there, her name is Grace Randolph. Feel however you want to feel about her. I know people are up and down with her, but she is a scooper. I don't really care. She gets things early. She has early opinions, early information. So, it is what it is. That's what I'm going off of here. She says the episodes are very long, and episodes 1 through 7 are around 75 minutes each, and episode 7, which apparently she just got done watching, is about an hour and 45 minutes. I'm guessing that's with like the credits or whatever. She says she can only imagine how long episodes 8 and 9 are. Well, it just came out. Episode runtimes. Episode 7 apparently is an hour and 38 minutes. Episode 8 is an hour and 25 minutes. So again, we're getting like little movies. And then episode 9, check this out. 2 hours and 30 minutes, people. Like, bruh. 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's longer than a lot of movies that we know. It's longer than a lot of like Marvel movies and stuff. So hey, I'm again not complaining at all. Not complaining at all. I will take that. Going to be a happy binge. And then people asked Grace what she thought about season 4 so far. What would she rank season 4? And this was what she responded with. Number 1, easy. That's great news. If it's number 1 easily, I love to hear that. Give me 1 second, fixing one thing. Put this at the top. But yeah, I had my concerns about this season because they waited so long, and then we just don't know. Like, they've been growing up, like the kids have been growing up. So I was thinking, many people have thought like, would we feel like, would it be out of touch? Would it feel different? But apparently it's gonna be fine. And she says it's the best season so far, and that's great to hear. So highly anticipated. Looking forward to that. Some other news, we're going to jump into more of the Marvel stuff that has come out recently. Guys, we did it. Daredevil is confirmed. The series Daredevil is confirmed, people. It will, well, first of all, so they're going to have Matt Corman and Chris Ord will be writing and executive produce the show. I don't know too much about them. Apparently they've got some things that they've done, but I think fairly new when it comes to the MCU and what the MCU has done so far. So we'll see about that. But man, so here's the piece of information that's come out with that is reportedly will be a new but continued series of the Netflix show. So before I get to that, again, like, super happy about Daredevil finally coming to the MCU and getting its own Disney Plus show. Fans have been wanting this to happen for so long, and this is Kevin Feige, man. This is what I'm talking about when I say he just gets it. He listens to people, and it's one of those shows where, like, it's hard to imagine not carrying over some of those actors. They did such a brilliant job with that show. So I mean, just like, imagine being in Kevin Feige's shoes, sitting back and being like, this show is dope. I want Charlie Cox. I want Vincent D'Onofrio. I want all these people in this show, and I want to bring them to the MCU. And that seems like exactly what they're doing. Now, with them saying that it's going to be a new but continued series of the Netflix show, obviously it's probably not going to be like as dark as the Netflix show. It seems like to me that they're going to take like things that have happened in a Netflix show. Do you think that it will be canon, or do you think they'll just give like a new, totally different version of it? We'll see. So yeah, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Excuse me about that. I had to bring over a box of tissues since I'm over here like crying and stuff. Sorry about that again. But yeah, so it's gonna be back to the Daredevil. It's going to be a new but continued series. So we'll see how much they refer back to the Netflix show. I imagine maybe a little bit of references, but it's going to be a continued version of that character. I know a lot of people want it to be dark. Not everything has to be super dark with Daredevil, so just keep that in mind and don't be upset if he cracks a joke here and there. So it's bound to happen. It is a comic after all. What else will we have? Very excited about Daredevil though. Very excited about Daredevil. Fans have been wanting that for a long time. They put him in Spider-Man No Way Home and people loved it, so we're getting more Daredevil. A listing for the House of Harkness has been revealed. The writers for the Disney Plus spinoff show, some of the writers are coming from WandaVision, so they're keeping the continuity. And even Moon Knight's show, a guy named Peter Cameron, who's worked on episodes from both shows. Those happen to be two of my favorite Disney Plus shows so far. So it's gonna be good that they're keeping some of the writers from those shows together. Apparently they are aiming, this is from the MCU Direct as well. Apparently they are aiming for a 2023-24 release, and it's labeled as a comedy. So interesting there, it's labeled as a comedy. But what are we hoping to see from House of Harkness? What are we hoping to see? Comment down below what we're hoping. What are you hoping to see from this show? I'll tell you myself, I'm hoping to see a little bit, maybe some, maybe they go back in time, explain more about the Darkhold, maybe more about Chthon, or maybe give us more information on magic in general, the different types of magic there are in the MCU. Or maybe they'll do what's next, like after watching Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, will they maybe have Wanda, who I believe is alive still, seek out Agatha, go back and seek her out, and maybe she does her mentor thing. Maybe she mentors Wanda like she does in the comics. That would be cool to see. So that's it on Agatha House of Harkness. We got some more She-Hulk stuff. Apparently Marvel reportedly requested the She-Hulk be less muscular during the VFX development. Apparently she was bigger early on, but the notes kept saying to make her smaller. Now, I think she looks fine in the trailer. I think she looks fine. She looks strong, and you can tell, you can tell she's the Hulk. She looks fine, and she usually keeps that her frame. It looks like that in the comics, in my opinion, and she looks kind of like that. Like she's bigger, but she keeps her frame still. So I think she looks fine. Other than, I get it, the CGI stuff, which again I don't care too much about the CGI stuff, but I know a lot of people do. And again, it's fair to criticize Marvel Studios for CGI missteps because it is one of the biggest studios out there, so they should get these things right. But then again, I try to keep in mind, they're doing a lot of content. Before they were doing like 2, maybe 3 movies a year, so it's easier to just put all your efforts into those projects. Now they're doing 3 to 4 movies a year, plus 3 to 5 Marvel shows a year, or Disney Plus shows a year. So a lot of creators out there that they're using. And then it's also been reported that it was a long time ago, a report came out that there's like 40 something projects in development that we don't even know about yet, or hasn't been confirmed yet. So a show like Werewolf by Night, that's coming out late, supposed to come out later this year. Hasn't been confirmed yet. That could be part of those shows, but that is something we have to look forward to. We have to look out for, and yeah, it's just they're juggling a lot. So, and they're using so many different teams, especially even with Lucasfilms starting to ramp up their thing. Star Wars ramping up a lot of shows and stuff. I'm sure they're crossing creators and just using so many different people that it may be hard to keep track, and they're just not putting their total efforts into one thing like they could. But it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. They should get the CGI right. So we'll see. We'll see. And another little interesting fact about She-Hulk, my mother, she was mad I didn't say this the other stream with the She-Hulk trailer, but she is going to watch She-Hulk. So, little background on this. She does not watch Marvel. She does not watch superhero stuff at all. I have tried to get her to watch shows. She does not. She just refuses to watch the shows and the movies. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong. But I did think back a little bit because I'm trying to remember the last few that she has watched, that we've watched as a family. And the only one I can think of is Wonder Woman, the latest one, which is not a great movie, kind of boring, just not had some questionable decisions in there. So I'm thinking that's where we lost her right there. We probably lost her right there because that wasn't a good showing. I've been trying to get her to watch at least Infinity War and Endgame because they're like the two biggest movies like ever. So I'm trying to get her to watch those, but she refuses to watch them, even though they're so big. Everybody talks about them, the reactions, all that kind of stuff. I try to show her all of it, and she's not having it, not her style. So I'm very surprised that she's interested in the She-Hulk show, but she is big on the representation part, so I can understand like strong female character, lawyer, like I could see why that would capture her a little bit, and she's gonna be funny, smart, witty, all that stuff. So I could see why that would be a thing. And I was thinking like, because I tried to show her Falcon Winter Soldier too, just because African American, hold it down, Anthony Mackie, becoming Captain America. I thought she would definitely enjoy that. She showed no interest in that and seeing that. So again, interesting that she's choosing this one to start with or just to watch. But I mean, she'll see the Hulk. She'll hopefully see some good characters. Hopefully Daredevil as well. But yeah, it should be a fun ride on She-Hulk, and hopefully she likes it. Hopefully she gives something else a chance too. I thought about WandaVision too, because it is the strongest character. She's like the strongest Avenger, one of Marvel's strongest characters, being a female. But then her strength like comes because she's an unstable person, so I don't think she would like that representation. But She-Hulk, she gonna give She-Hulk a try. We gonna see. What else do I have on the list? Oh, some Sony stuff. Spider-Man 4. Apparently they're in early development, early writings with Spider-Man 4, in the beginning stages, because their biggest focus right now are the two Spider-Verse films with Miles Morales, the animated movies that they're making. So that's where all their focus is now, but they have started early developments on Spider-Man 4. This is also coming from MCU Direct. Apparently they're getting most of the cast back, including Zendaya and others, which will be interesting because we just saw how that ended with Zendaya and company after Spider-Man No Way Home. So is it too early? Some fans think it's too early to bring Zendaya back into this and maybe give Tom Holland a solo Spider-Man movie where he's kind of by himself doing Spider-Man things, which I kind of agree with that, but we'll see where they take it. And another part of that report was that they're also in early developments with Madam Web, which is interesting too, because Madam Web is supposed to be, apparently according to Sony, they're going to be making Madam Web kind of like their Doctor Strange, you know. So very interested to see where they take that. I don't know personally too much about Madam Web. I know she's kind of like the hub for all spider totems, so we'll see what they do with that movie as well. But it's in development, it's on the way, things are coming on the way. I did want to jump into this trailer. Got a trailer I wanted to show. Got the Miss Marvel just released a new trailer this morning, so I wanted to jump in on that real quick. Let's see if I can do this. Let me mess with the settings real quick so you can hear. Let's see. Boom. Excuse me. I gotta get off of this. I need to get off of this. Can y'all see that? I'm gonna kind of pause my way through this because I don't want to get copywritten, copy struck, however you want to call it, because I'm not sure about the music in this trailer. So
how does she convince everyone that she's good?
Good is not a thing you are, Kamala. It is a thing you do.
I know dressing up as Captain Marvel's weird.
So yeah, the mention of Captain Marvel. So she's a big Captain Marvel fan.
Spend too much time in Fantasyland. Cool.
Too much time in Fantasyland, just like me.
That is just a jump. What does it?
So yeah, her powers definitely has some cosmic things going on with it because they wanted it to be a little bit different. I know a lot of fans are upset because they don't have the Inhumans connection to it. With her just being stretchy, she usually can just kind of stretch herself out. But they've added some cosmic abilities to it, and yeah, they don't have the Terrigen Mist thing with. So she's apparently not an Inhuman. So, but it's on the table again. That kind of stuff is on the table where they can come back later and say that she is an Inhuman, because we just saw Black Bolt. A different iteration or a different version, different universe of Black Bolt, but we just saw Black Bolt in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Sorry for spoiling that. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. But you know, in my opinion, they can make whatever happen that they want. So they could make the Inhumans thing happen later, but as of right now, I don't think that she's connected.
I feel like
an idea.
But I do like her powers. Like, that looks pretty sweet. The fact that she can like run on the powers, like run on whatever she's using right there, that looks cool.
Everything's changing really fast.
if you save one life.
Yeah, she's doing some big things. June 8th.
Are you sure that we can keep that on?
It's an homage.
It's a lawsuit.
Great. That'll make Captain Marvel in court. It won't be the first case in the American judiciary to hug it out.
There you go. There we go. Got some Miss Marvel. That's the latest Miss Marvel trailer. It seems fun. It seems fun. Obviously, pointed at a different audience. This is not. I can't imagine it being for the same people that just watched Moon Knight. That being targeting those people. I imagine it's a younger crowd, more of a high school crowd that they're going for. But all in all, it's still part of the MCU. It's going to connect. So I will be watching, see what kind of connections they make, and just enjoy the ride, right? So that's what I want to do with that. And yeah, it seems cool. You know, connections with Captain Marvel, the Marvels, all that kind of stuff. So I will be tuning in to that. What else do we have over here? Ooh. The rumor is also from MCU Direct, but I think it came from a lot of other people too. Thor, Love and Thunder. The next trailer will be releasing this Monday. So this coming Monday, they will be dropping the Thor Love and Thunder trailer. And definitely something we're going to be going over. Very excited for that. Very excited for this movie. So definitely be on the lookout for that coming Monday. Now, I want to jump into this Star Wars stuff. So this is going to be spoiler warning. If you don't want Kenobi ruined a little bit, jump on out of here. Catch me later. Can always come back to this video, but we'll be going over a little bit of spoilery territory here. So I wanted to kind of explain my fears on this show and the fear that I have for Star Wars going forward. Because like I said in other videos, Star Wars fandom is a wild place, very critical, like they will critique a lot. And with this show, it's super risky. It's going to be super fun because it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's a beloved character. We all love Obi-Wan, but they're risking going back to the era of him watching Luke Skywalker and, you know, around those classic movies. That's super risky to go back and mess with that nostalgia classic feel. So you can't mess up in this show. You cannot mess up. So that's kind of what I want to go over a little bit. Some of the leaks that have come out about the ending of this show and how some people have already feel about it. So let me just go right into it. Because some people feel that it can break, that this show is going to break canon in a big way. And what I mean by that is they're doing things in this show that may make you change the way you look at the lore, the way you feel about the lore and these characters and about those movies. And, you know, that's just kind of, that's again, like that's super risky to do. I commend them for doing it, you know, kind of having the cojones to do it. But, you know, you're going into a different territory right here. It's wild territory. So, I'm gonna go right into kind of what the leaks are. So spoiler warning again here, but you know, and to also take this with a grain of salt, because who knows if it's true, but supposedly they are accurate, so we'll see. So Obi-Wan fights Vader, you know, for a second time or whatever, and when he goes back to Tatooine, he will find Reva is there, and Reva is the new character that they've been showing in the promos. The sister, she been holding it down. She is an Inquisitor, working with Vader. So apparently, Obi will go back to Tatooine after one of his duels with Vader, and basically she will figure out that Luke Skywalker is the son of Anakin. She'll also figure out that he's the reason why Obi-Wan is there protecting him. So she figures all this out, and apparently she will have like her red lightsaber up to Luke, where she could kill him at any moment. That's crazy right there. So she has the option to apparently kill him any moment, and she has a flashback or a come into Jesus moment and chooses not to kill him, and she walks away. So that's and then after that, apparently she goes back to Vader, and then I'm not gonna ruin that, and that's at the end, I guess. She goes back to Vader. More stuff happens, but so some of the points that are being made about this, I can definitely feel, because you're walking a thin line here. Like, you're walking a thin line, Star Wars, doing this. So here's one of the points that was made. Darth Maul, he gets close to figuring out Obi, and that Obi is protecting something or someone out there on Tatooine. And once Obi figures that out, he cuts him down in one strike. He cuts down Maul in one strike. So you have this Inquisitor who finds out this whole secret, and Obi lets her walk away. So some feel like that's already just irresponsible of Obi, because why would he let that happen? Especially if, like, his whole existence is, his whole meaning, his whole purpose is protecting this kid. Like, and it feels like he wouldn't do that. Like, it kind of goes against some of the actions that we know of, and this is only later, a few years later down the line. So people feel like this goes against his whole, like, character, and that it doesn't match the character that people know. So people also don't like the fact that Luke is apparently, he lives because Reva lets him go. This new character. So he lives because of Reva's mercy rather than Obi's protection. And that right there is going to bother people, I already know. And the story seems to almost be about Reva and her role in this whole thing, in this era. So yeah, about Reva and her decisions. So a character that we never knew about, being such a big deal, and the fact that she could have just killed Luke is going to mess with some Star Wars fans out there. And I'm going to be watching closely while watching this show, because I know it's coming. Like, I know it's coming. There's gonna be outcry. Like, it's just you don't want to mess with that Lord, man. So I'm gonna be watching out for that. And then, I saw more things about, like, how Obi lets her go, but then, like, how does she know, or how does Obi know that she doesn't go back to Vader and the gang and tell them, like, their whereabouts, right? So then I could see people being upset that Obi-Wan wouldn't relocate. Like, why wouldn't Obi, knowing this, relocate Luke to a different place? There's no way you just continue going about your ways on Tatooine feeling safe about this. You just saw an Inquisitor almost kill the guy, or kill the little man, the golden child, and then she walks away, without anything, and she's an Inquisitor. So, like, how do you not know she's going to report this to the Imperial and Vader? So it's just another, like, people are this little nitpicky things like this are going to be what the fans like really hone in on. Really hone in on. You know, and people are just gonna feel. Some people already feel like that's just not, doesn't feel right. It's not going to sit right with them. So that's a little bit about the leaks that I know of, and some information on that, and how some people already feel about those leaks. Like I said, it's a risky thing to do, to go back to that time and mess with one of the most beloved characters that Star Wars has in that time. So things have to, you got to be careful, because things have to add up. So take what you want from that, but that's basically some of the leaks and rumors that I've been hearing about. And we're just gonna have to watch the show. Gonna have to watch the show. Personally, I'm going to enjoy the show, and you know, because I'm not crazy in it like that. I'm just gonna enjoy the show, enjoy Obi, enjoy what they're giving us, enjoy Vader. So that's kind of my stance on it. But I will be watching. I will be watching the show and the discourse around it. I will be watching. And another little piece of Obi-Wan news that came out is, hold on, give me 1 second to get this back to, hopefully you can still hear me. I had to mess with the settings real quick. All right. So another piece of news that came out was the guy that is playing the Grand Inquisitor he came out and said some things about, he saw his character, like the animated character, but he really wants to honor the character, you know, as he sees the character, and so he almost deliberately did not see the animated interpretation. So to me, why would you, like, I don't understand why wouldn't you watch where your character comes from? Like one of the more like perfect adaptations of that character, and I think it was Star Wars Rebels. It was Rebels, right? Why wouldn't you want to watch that? I don't know if that makes sense to me. When you want to see like how it's done, and take notes from that, but then also, you know, they're kind of, if you saw the trailer, you know what the Grand Inquisitor looks like. He's already getting hate because of what he looks like. He looks similar to his animation counterpart, but he doesn't at the same time. We'll bring up a picture. Let me see if I can bring up a picture. So yeah, on the left right there is the animated version, obviously, and then on the right is the live action version of the same character. As you can see on the left, it looks awesome. He looks very intimidating. Got the yellow eye. The yellow eyes is another thing people were like talking about. The yellow eyes, like why don't you just give him the yellow eyes? Why not? Like, people really liked this character in the animated series, and this is your first time doing him in the live action. Why wouldn't you make him as close to the character people like already? Hey, he looks intimidating and animated, and on the right, not so much. Not so much. So it's just it's a little weird. It's a little weird. But yeah, people are already talking about it, man. And I hope it looks better, other than just like the shot from the trailer. I hope it looks better, but you know, like I said, the guy on the left, He looked like he's no joke. Guy on the right, looking like a joke. A little bit. According to other people. Not me. According to other people, he looked like a joke. People are pretty upset about the way he looks. Some people can't get over it. We'll see. But yeah, that's it's little things like that with Star Wars where like fans will get super picky about it, and I want Lucasfilms to get it right. I want them to do it right. And they're almost better off telling stories that haven't been told before, or in an era that hasn't been told before. So like this High Republic era that they're going towards, I'm excited about that because it'll just be fresh, new stuff that people can just focus on and not have to like nitpick at, because it's just be new stuff. They won't have to nitpick at that kind of stuff. Let me bring it back here. So yeah, they won't have to like dig at that stuff and go back and watch the movies, or knowing the knowledge they know from the movies, kind of like compare things, because that's what's going to be happening during this Kenobi show. And good luck to them. I'm sure it's going to be fun though. I've also heard that it's going to be a fun show with a lot of cool action moments, and I'm very looking forward to some of the moments that they can pull out. So I'm gonna enjoy it. But again, like I fear for Lucasfilm, Star Wars, and that community. I fear for them. It's risky. But we shall see. That's all the news that I got today. I think that's it. Again, sorry for my coughing and sniffling. Hopefully next stream I'm a lot better. This sucks. Again, excuse me for that. I'm sorry. Hopefully better by next stream. Let me just scroll through the notes. Yeah, that's it, people. That's it. If you stayed this long, thank you for chilling with me. Thanks for hanging. We're gonna talk more of this nerdy stuff. Like I always say, it's a great time to be a nerd. Great time to be into all of this stuff. They're dishing out content left and right. Like almost every day we're getting more and more news and stuff that's coming out, just things in development, all kind of stuff. So stay tuned. Again, I welcome all kind of discussion about it. Definitely want to give people a voice about it. So hit me up, comment down below what you guys think of any of the news that came out today, or any news that I've just gone over. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But hit that like button, super smash that like button. Subscribe if you want to hang out, subscribe. And thank you very much again. I will see you in the next video. And you already know what this is. This is the alternate timeline, people. This is pure escapism. See ya.